What's going on, guys? This is Evan, the Xenogears enthusiast, bringing you the first gameplay commentary in a number of days. I'm going to take some time to touch on why I haven't been posting videos, and furthermore, what I intend to do with the channel in the future. I'm also going to talk a little bit about this Prestige, so I'm going to jump right into it. First off, I want to throw out there, I committed to trying to do a commentary a day, and I intend to do that. You know, sometimes things get in the way. You know, this is the holiday season, and I went home for 2 or 3 days, and I didn't take my equipment back to record with me. And some people sent me some inbox messages like, why aren't you recording? What's going on? And, sometimes it's just not going to happen. I try to as much as possible, and I will intend to keep with the one game a day. But for another example, I'm going out to the RA training retreat because it's not optional here in the next couple days. So I won't be posting gameplays for another few days. When I get back from the retreat, I'll start posting more videos. If I'm not posting videos, there's a reason. I might be posting 2 the next day to make up for it, or I might just not get time. But, as a rule, expect 1 a day. If something goes wrong, you don't need to inbox me. I'll usually put it on the, put on the channel feed. I appreciate your interest in the videos, don't get me wrong. And I'm not really dogging on anybody, I'm just saying that, check the channel comments. If I'm not posting videos, I've probably said why. Okay. With that out of the way, I want to talk a little bit about this Prestige. Oh no, actually, first I'm going to do the future of the channel. I'm going to keep doing the Black Ops videos until Black Ops is, no longer being played. I hope this game lasts a little longer than a year. I'm a little burned out with the Call of Duty speed creation system of 1 a year. I don't really think the games get their longevity out of them. There's not enough support. But, if another Call of Duty comes out in a year, I'll probably wind up playing it. I mean, I hate to put this one down because I really like it a lot more than Modern Warfare, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'll play this one, and I'll try to do a gameplay day or more until it gets unpopular. Then that'll be that. I'm gonna start posting some other gameplays though from other games. That won't be so much like the premiere. I probably won't even commentate those necessarily. I'll put some cinematics up for some old PlayStation 1 games. I feel pretty strongly about copyright issues. I mean, not to say I'm against pirating, but I just personally try not to do it, and I try not to take content from games and stuff. But I do want to post some cinematics from old PlayStation 1 games that are no longer making money, and I don't think it's too much of a violation to upload some old cinematics. Like, I've been talking a lot about the Colony War series and some other commentaries, and I asked on the channel if anyone had some input on me posting some stuff from that, and I didn't get really much feedback, and the feedback I did get was like negative. That's cool. I mean, you guys are primarily interested in Call of Duty gameplays. I understand that, but I'm still probably going to post them. Don't watch them if you're not interested. I don't know if there's going to be a whole lot of gameplay so much as just maybe archive some old footage from the game because it's such a great game series that I hope comes back one day. Probably won't. It's in development hell, but I hope it comes back sometime. And I'm going to post some old PlayStation 1 gameplays and some Armored Core gameplay. Just games I've been really good at over the years that a lot of other people had some trouble with. Armored Core was considered a hard game by most of my peers, and apparently a lot of the internet crowd feels that way. I might do some Demon Souls in the PlayStation 3. Just, I play other games other than COD. And while I'll still try to do my COD commentaries, that's what most people are interested in, I'm still going to put out some other games just because I'm interested in them. I don't tend to put out any commentaries for games I'm not good at or any gameplays for games I'm not good at. Now I'm going to talk about my 6th Prestige, which is going really slowly because I'm back to Domination for a while, which I don't get the experience in Domination I do other modes. This Prestige, I'm going to try to do the same kill streaks the whole way through, which is Spy Plane, Sam Turret, and Napalm. Flak Jacket, Sleight of Hand Pro, and Tactical Mask. God willing, I might get a Pro sometime. And my motivation is I want to do an LMG-only Prestige, which I can already tell you is frustrating and painful, because some of the maps just aren't made for LMGs. It's kind of limiting, like trying to do a sniper-only Prestige, only it's probably even worse, because the LMGs in this game, I think, are gimped. I mean, I hear a lot of debate about this. One argument I'm a little tired of is, if you're good at the LMGs, they're great if you're good with them. That's not really fair. For example, if you're really good with an LMG, try putting on the FAMAS, and I guarantee you'll do even better, and it'll be easier. Or the AK-7, they're hard to use, you run really slow, so you're not going to be running around farming kills necessarily. I picked that frag up to try to level up Flak Jacket. Don't know why, I never get it all the way in one Prestige. But, you run slow, and some of them have good irons. But I'm using the ACOG a lot on him just because no one really seems to post ACOG gameplays because I think the ACOG kind of sucks. I mean, it's a good attachment, but I don't know, just pales in comparison usually to saving your attachment for something else. But I'm going to try to use the ACOG a lot on him because I feel like they're a weapon well suited to fighting from long distance. I'm probably going to try to use the Magnum with the speed reloader instead of the dual wield. I've had some really good games with just a single Magnum. As you know, it'll kill really fast. You won't win as many close-range battles as you will with the dual Magnum, but that's alright. It's still fun, and I think it's classy to have a single Magnum on your sidearm. So I'm going to post some gameplays with that. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I was a big LMG user back in Modern Warfare 2. Not so much in Black Ops because I think they suck. Like, the RPK, for example. Oh, good God. Like, it just... the recoil on it's out of control. And yes, I know to burst it and to control the recoil, and I get that, don't get me wrong, I do. But still, you will lose pretty much any long-range to mid-range gunfight against anyone who's remotely decent with any of the assault rifles. Like the Galil and the FAMAS, they're very easy to control the recoil. Not just as a user thing, but just as like a gameplay thing. To control the recoil on these, I have to burst it and jerk my controller around a little bit just to keep it on target, because that's sort of the hallmark of the RPK. With Galil, I can just scope on them and hold down the fire button, or the Commando, or the FAMAS, and they're probably dead before the recoil really kicks in. And if it does start to kick in, I can just let off the trigger and pull down again, and it gets there. So really, the only reason you really use the LMGs is I think they're a novelty, they're neat. They're really designed for holding down areas. You shouldn't really be running around with them. You run slow, you're an easy target. You pretty much have to run Flak Jacket because you get naded really easily because you can't get away from the nades. It's a really restrictive class that at times just turns you into a really campy gameplay, and I don't mind camping. I've had a lot of other campy gameplays out there that I've drawn some criticism, but I don't really care. I mean, I appreciate feedback. I'm glad to know you guys are more interested in me running around a little bit, but you see now, it's going to digress here to talk about people like that. That's really camping. It's one thing to hold down an area and draw attention to yourself and try to fight, but that guy is in a corner with Ghost with a silenced weapon, just kind of stalking around that, and I think that's really bad when he's trying to avoid combat so much as, actually fight it, Sometimes campers draw a lot of attention, that's how they get a lot of kills. But that's neither here nor there. So I'm torturing myself this ACOG only LMG. I might have to give up the ACOG only, because eventually, I'm going to use the M60, and I'm going to want a grip on the M60, and I don't really want an ACOG on the Stoner. I want an extended mags on my Stoner, and I'm not Warlord, so I'm either going to have to switch Warlord or give up the ACOG a little later in the Prestige. So what do you guys think? Should I give up the ACOG? Should I keep the ACOG and run some Warlord? What do you guys want to see? I'm really willing to do either. At this point, I don't mind gimping myself. Using the LMGs already gimps myself over using these assault rifles or the better SMGs, so just tell me what you guys want to see, and I'll try to make it happen. Right now, I'm kind of leaning towards just dumping the ACOG sometimes and running with the,
Securing Charlie.
Probably the grip when it's available, if not really extended mag on the Stoner. We'll see. I like to stick with one attachment to get the experience bonuses, but I've clearly reached the point where it's unlikely I'll hit my 15th Prestige before this game rotates out in a year. Even if I play a lot, I just don't play the right modes. I don't play enough Search, and I don't play Headquarters. So we'll just have to see what happens. I tell you guys, it's hard to get back in the swing of commentating after being out for a while, but I'm sure I'll hit my wind again, and I'm probably going to try to post 2 tonight, or 2 tonight, 2 tomorrow, just to get back in the swing of things, maybe post some Colony Wars stuff, just have some fun with the channel. When I first did it, it was just pure for me, and then as I got a couple more subscribers, started talking to you guys a lot, it became a lot about what you guys wanted to see, and there needs to be a balance between what I want to do and what you guys want to see. And so far, the feedback I guess you guys want to see Black Ops, I want to do some non-Black Ops stuff, so we'll just do both. I'm approaching the end of the video here, a couple minutes left, minute and a half-ish. There's going to be a lot of domination gameplay for this LMG Prestige, because I'm not running around with an LMG and Search and Destroy, and I'd really rather not do it in Team Deathmatch. I'll probably do some Ground Wars. I like the LMGs a lot for Ground Wars, where the big clip really comes into use. So far the LMGs, I like the HK21, I like the Stoner, I like the M60 a little bit, but I hate the RPK. I'm going to use it for at least 300 kills just to follow my standard, but gosh, it seems awful. Also, does anyone have any suggestions for a good third slot perk. I'm strongly considering a Tactical Mask right before the end of the Prestige, and it's pretty good. And there's not a whole lot in the LMG class. I don't run around a whole lot, so Ninja's not that fantastic. I don't know. In Hacker, I don't really need to see equipment with the LMG class. I don't move around enough, sadly. But we'll see. I'm kind of thinking about also using the Camera Spy or tooling around with that. Right now I'm using the Claymore. I'm probably not going to use Motion Sensor at all. But Claymore sounds fun, so... excuse me. Camera Spy sounds neat, especially on certain maps where I know how to put it in some obscure locations. And it's weird giving up your mini-map a lot, but especially when you're running Spy Plane. But, even still, it's neat to use, and it's an interesting way to protect yourself. So yeah, I'm probably going to tool around with the Camera Spy. In the past, I haven't had a lot of luck with it, but I think I can make it happen. Anyway, final score is 23-8. Thanks for watching, and it's good to be back in the swing of things.